Greetings and salutations again, everyone. Tonight I'm going to give you 8 examples, but this, however, will probably be my last transmission prior to Transworld. Really got to put on the crunch. I've got a couple extra things I'm trying to suddenly pull out, but nonetheless, tonight I thought with those 8 examples I would show you a few that, obviously I'm always showing you things I'm proud of, but I thought I'd show you a couple that I'm not that proud of. However, I do realize that with those that you're not the most proud of, that others really dig them, especially when you're not really that pleased with something and then you manage to put a really great paint job on it, which does kind of, make it a little bit better. The first I'm going to show you tonight is one I called the Cobra. Now, the reason why I'm not that pleased with it is because the hood just doesn't quite look right to me. Nonetheless, it also had lenses in it that didn't quite come out. When I tried to get it off the armature, it cracked them. But nonetheless, with the right makeup and contact lenses, I'm sure would look great. The mouth moves great on it, but real fast, I thought I'll show you the back because, again, I tried to put a great paint job on it, but this is the back of the Cobra. And nonetheless, here, we'll put it on. Now, again, the reason why I don't know, I'm working with certain materials, and obviously latex, and it just the hood didn't come out the way I would have imagined. I suspect that in the future I may do something like a lizard and it'll look even better. But this again is one that I'm not that proud of. But nonetheless, as stated, the right contacts and proper makeup, I'm sure it'd be great in someone's haunt. Again, as previously stated, I think really what sells it for me is frankly, it's the paint job. Otherwise, it's not one that I'm that pleased with. Simply just, I wish the lenses would have stayed in, and I wish the hood was better. I imagine in the future when I go to sculpt something very similar, it certainly won't be like that. It'll be a lot more believable. The next one I'm going to show you is, I'm just kind of calling it the Golem. Again, it was kind of something I just threw together and then was like, wow, what was I doing? And then put a really good paint job on it. And then after I got it off the armature, and I put powder in it, and I check all of my masks for comfort. I slide every one of them on to make sure it's not got any real hard chafing points or something like that. I personally, if I'm going to wear one, and I do wear a lot of my own products, obviously, it's got to be comfortable for me. And if it's not comfortable for me, then, I realize that my comfort level is not the same as others, but if you got something crazy and it's affecting your eyelid, then obviously that needs to be addressed. Now, some of the zombies, for example, I do leave some of the eyes in. That way it appears that there's no eye at all. But anyway, I'm calling this one the Golem. Now, I don't know. I guess I could have went with a zombie, but for whatever reason I decided to stick the teeth on it. Again, after the paint job put on it, and then seeing how it moves well, how the teeth mesh together and all that, I was like, wow, that's one of the worst masks that I ever loved, is the easiest way to, I guess, put that. So, nonetheless, thought it might be cool. The next one is, well, I'm not quite sure what to say. When I started building it, I kind of was modeling it after the guy in Hannibal, I believe it was, where Anthony Hopkins talks the guy into cutting his own face off and feed it to his dogs or something like that. Yeah, that was kind of creepy, and once he healed up, his face was all jacked up and all that, and he had that weird haircut. So anyway, I guess I kind of modeled this one, but I mean, I did a good paint job on it, I think, but I don't know. I mean, it is, creepy. I guess if you're heading in the right room, uh, evoking the right type of fear from one, I could see where this mask would work. But, frankly, I feel like it needs a little adjustment. But nonetheless. Maybe I need to cut the mouth a little wider. Now I guess we're going to move on to a few that I'm a little more proud of. The next one is I don't know. I just kind of deemed it the vulture. But anyway. Yes, it has a decent beak on it, and it actually moves. I was pleased with that. And nonetheless, I'm sure, the right theme and the right haunted house, this one could be quite scary. So, call. The next few I'm going to show you, I know there's been call for people that were interested. This one is a zombie rip-off mask. However, this is not like the one I showed you before where it just kind of folded down. How it does actuate, I'll let that be a surprise. How about that? And but here you go. Oops, you had to pardon me. I had to make sure that the magnets that are in it that hold it all together were properly aligned. When you sit it down and you try to put it back on, needless to say, it misaligns a little bit. But anyway, it's a zombie mask, obviously. I left it bald that way in case someone wished to throw a wig on it. But nonetheless, here's the rip-off feature. I'm sure the teeth moving inside is creepy in and of itself because the lips don't move much. But anyway, here's the rip-off feature. Yeah, the whole face comes off and all bloody skull. And there are no maggots on this one, however, because I found that it inhibited the way that the magnets upheld. But, well, anyway, it's got magnets on the inside, magnets in here, and it sticks right in place, and you're kosher. You can go back to the next haunter and, do your thing and then snatch it off again. And, anyway, hope you dig it. The next one is I don't know. Somebody said, hey, do something crazy, try this. And I was like, well, what the hell, let's give it a try. So here we go. This is a spider. Besides, I don't see too many spider masks out there either. So, maybe in the future a sculpted version would be really cool. But anyway, here you go. So, yeah, it's got all 8 eyes, pretty decent paint job, the mouth actuates pretty good. The only complaint I wish that I could get the mandibles to work well, which unfortunately it's not doing too so hot there. But, yeah. Come, said the spider to the fly. I imagine that one really could use a little black makeup around the eyes to help cover up where the lenses are open so that the wearer can obviously see through. But I thought that wow, got a little hair in my mouth. that the 8 eyes was especially creepy. It appears to still be there. The next one I'm going to say right now is it's not. I'm not going to say that it's not that comfortable. It is a little more abrasive to the wearer, but at the same time, with the right conditioning, I'm sure it is quite comfortable. I know I've had a couple of like these in the past that were comfortable, but nonetheless, it's made out of burlap. And but anyway, this is what I call the nailed scarecrow. So, yeah, he's obviously good, you know, he's all busted up and got the nails and the lips here and the big spikes that have been rammed through his head because, of course, he's just a bad kid. And, you know, I can imagine where in any haunted house, maybe even a little makeup around that eye with a single contact lens and, you know, maybe some bloody overalls or whatever. I know that this will make a great one. But as one can imagine, you know, burlap doesn't give that much when you go to first put it on. It doesn't stretch as much as, you know, other ones do. But nonetheless, and it doesn't emote either that well. But nonetheless, you know, something like that, I don't think you would really want it to emote, and you just want creepy. I know in the haunted house last year, a guy wore something similar to that one and had a chainsaw, and it was, you know, of course, chainsaws scare people anyway. But we got a lot of good compliments on the mask. They were like, man, the chainsaws are awesome, but that mask he was wearing was insane. I've already packed up. I realize I've already packed up those that have asked about clowns. I've already packed up most of the clown masks. Even ones that weren't quite clowns, but very similar jesters, if you will. However, this is one I did have out, you know, that I could readily get to, and I thought I would showcase it. It is a zombie clown. Okay, so yeah, it you know, it kind of preys on the scariness of both the genres. It you know, it's zombies and clowns. So you know, as they say in Zombieland, oh please God, not a zombie clown. So yeah, I just thought it was pretty cool, and I'm hoping to obviously have a few more zombie clowns to be offered at Transworld. So that'll conclude tonight's video. I hope you enjoyed all the videos or masks I had to show you, and I look forward to seeing you at Transworld. Until then, Vlog3 Studios, check us out. Be well.